Hey, Shalom, all praises, glory, honor, and fears to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rakah, Kodash, and double honors to elders. Double honors to elders and apostles, GMS, Great Millstone, citation to election. You true, sincere, lively stones, the house of David. And just want to talk about a few things, and basically what just surfaced recently is this camp based in Oakland. I'm not aware of what their name is. I forgot it. I'm gonna leave a picture on the edit when I'm gonna edit the video. But nonetheless, I never really heard of these guys. But there's nothing new under the sun. The Lord said that there'd be men come in these last days that would basically feign themselves as something great and something like phenomenal and something. Try to change the doctrine, change the teaching and the truth. And, the thing with a lot of people is that they love attention. They strive, they thrive off attention. If they don't get attention, then they cause a fit. And, he had some points, we're getting on GMS, which, a lot of dudes is, has that murderous spirit on him, and, has that spirit of like hate. But nonetheless, the elders and apostles, that's why there's a reason why we always start off our videos with giving double honors to elders and apostles. You see? But nonetheless, these guys are going way off, man. The mark of the beast is RFID chip. Alright, the vaccinations, they do play a big role in the mark of the beast, because look what's going on right now. If you don't wear a mask, then you can't buy or sell. Go ahead and try it. Go walk into the market. It's gonna say you must wear a mask or you cannot come in. Try walking your simple ass in there with no mask on and see if they're gonna allow you to do that. Nah, man. Especially if you were Jake too. If you were Israelite, you so-called Negro, Native American, Latino, they're gonna call the cops, man, and get your ass either shot, dead, or thrown in jail or fined or something, man. And there's also a scripture on that. Yahushua has talked about agree with that adversary quickly. See, and that also goes in Romans 13. Be subject to the higher powers, because all the powers are of the Lord. The Lord has put up these powers. He set these powers up. You see. So, but the time is coming, which we're basically in, where you have to make a stand for righteousness and say, enough's enough, and that's what's happening right now. A line's being drawn whether you have the Lord or not. And I'm gonna get my first precept here. This is Sirach 3:17. My son, go on with thy business in meekness. Another word for that word meek is patience, to suffer for a long period of time. So shalt thou be beloved of him that is approved. Goes on to say, verse 18, the greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before the Lord. So it's all about humility and humbleness, man. It says, many are in high place and of renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek. And when you have all these subscribers and all these followers, and you're over here telling people, time out, moderator, and you got thousands and thousands of subscribers, that gets to your head, man. Gets you puffed up, feeling like you are Jay-Z or Nas or something in this truth. And that's just the truth. Alright, for the power of the Lord is great, and he is honored of the lowly, right? The lowly. And that's who the Lord's gonna reveal his secrets to. And the mark of the beast is nothing it is a mystery. The gospel is a mystery, but he reveals those secrets to his servants and prophets. So this proves just in that he's not a man of the Lord, 1 Timothy 3 and verse 6, not a novice, lest being lifted up with pride he fall into condemnation of the devil. Moreover, he must have a good report of them which are without, lest he fall into reproach and the snare of the devil. So when you go into it, what's going on right now is, like he was saying a few words. He was saying well, I'm not saying it's not the vaccine, I'm not saying it's the chip, but just hear me out. Don't be biased, just A lot of you guys do this even amongst other camps. You circle event. You just do circles around the point, and you never get to the point. See, Lord said, let your yea be yea, your nay be nay. Anything else but yes or no, it is evil. And that's what he was doing. I'm not saying it is or not, but just hear me out. Just hear me out. But see, a lot of our people go flock to that because they love smooth things. They love being able, basically allowing them to just do as I will, you know, justifying themselves, you know. And the scriptures talk about that in Hebrews, man. For by it the elders have obtained a good report, you see. 2 Peter 3:16. As also in all his epistles, speaking in them of these things, in which are some things hard to be understood, which they that are unlearned and unstable rest, as they do also the other scriptures, unto their own destruction. And this is basically the time we're in right now, man. Time is speeding up, flying by, and it's like, if you can't receive it, then guess what? You gonna reject it, man. All right, there's a lot of reprobate silver out there, and this could say in Revelation 13 and 16. Here is the number of the beast, the number of his image, for his number of a man is 636. So the ones that have wisdom and are stable, they're gonna know exactly what the devices of Satan are, man, because we are not ignorant. 2 Corinthians 2:11, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. See, but a lot of our people are, man, going about to establish their own righteousness, man. All right, so let's keep reading here. 2 Timothy 3 and verse 7. Ever learning, right? He was breaking down the beast. Yeah, Germany, Rome, you know. That's great. But see, you can teach that to a parrot and it'll say it over again, you see? And never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Now, as Janes and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these also resist the truth. And see, there's one truth and there's many lies. Men of corrupt minds reprobate concerning the faith. Matter of fact, let's get the word for corrupt real quick. All right, that word for corrupt is
Strong's G 2704. Katathyro.
Yeah. Corrupt. Right. It says to deprave. It says utterly perish, to spoil entirely. Spoiled goods, man, to perish, corrupted in mind, you see? It says, reprobate concerning the faith, but they shall proceed no further, for their folly shall be manifest unto all men, as theirs also was. So same thing's gonna happen again. And these are the mouths who must be stopped. And they're being stopped. The Lord's gonna do a marvelous work in these last few moments of this demonic kingdom, man. And that's what the judgment's first starting at first. And yes, the Lord said, love your brother as yourself. But who's our brother? Who's our father and mother? Those that do the will of our Heavenly Father in heaven. Not their own will, not the will of man, but the will of the Lord, man. Which is not always going to feel good to the flesh. Even Yahushua, he prayed thrice that the Lord would pass that cup from him. So we wouldn't have to die and be crucified. But the Lord didn't answer him. And that was his answer right there. There was only one way. You know, it didn't feel good to the flesh, even when he told that to Peter. And what did Peter say to what did Yahushua say to Peter? He said, I rebuke thee, Satan, thou. Matter of fact, let me just get it real quick for you, brothers, man. So we're set up for a defense of the gospel, and there's many that's trying to pervert the gospel, man. And all these camps, man, all these novices, and even guys that's been in this truth for a little bit, man, they try to pervert the gospel, man. And that's why we're set up here. All right, this is Matthew 16 and 22. Then Peter took him and began to rebuke him, saying, Be it far from thee, Lord, it shall not be unto thee. You see, but it had to be to Yahushua. That was a prophecy. It had to be fulfilled. You see? But he turned and said unto Peter, Get thee behind me, Satan. So he called Peter Satan, because that's what his mind was thinking upon. That's what he was as a man thinketh, so is he. And at that point in time, Satan had entered into Peter's heart. He couldn't see the big picture, but the Lord showed him through that open rebuke. And that's why the Lord said in Titus This witness is true, therefore rebuke them shyly, that they may be sound in the faith. So it's all about Lord willing, all right? If whoever can receive it, they'll be sound in the faith. But a lot of our people, man, there are people of whom no faith is. It says, thou art an offense unto me, for thou savest not the things that be of God, but those that be of man. Then said Yahushua to his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Not follow man, follow the Lord. Matter of fact, let's go to that in Deuteronomy. Because, like, for an example, right, when Yahushua came, he asked Peter, he also asked a couple of the apostles, I believe Philip when he was under the tree, but he said, who sayest thou that I am? And they said right off the rip, hey, you Yahushua, you the Son of Man, the Son of God, the Anointed, the Messiah. You know, they wasn't giving you an answer of like, oh, well, you know, you're not the Messiah, but, you know, some people say you are, but let me, don't be biased, be unbiased, hear me out, you know, and then doing 2, 3, 4 hour-long videos, just freaking doing circles, man, of things we already know about, but then trying to change that. It's crazy, man. All right. Matter of fact, let me bring this out first. Ephesians 4:14, that we henceforth be no more children. A lot of guys are still children. They have to put off the childish things. That's why they're very immature. They play around with this thing. This is life and death. This is life and death. This is good and evil, light and darkness, yes and no. There's no middle ground. A lot of guys gotta wake up. There's no middle ground, man. Tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. And a lot of these guys, man, they've already gone off their way to Satan, man. They've gone a bag, man, and they're speaking things which they ought not, man. Teaching things which they ought not for filthy lucre's sake, for money, man. But speaking the truth in love may grow up into him all things, which is the head, even Yahushua. And let's go to Deuteronomy 32:20. It says, and he said, I will hide my face from them. So that's what's happened to a lot of our people. The Lord has hidden his face, and that's why they can't see this thing for what it is, man. I will see what their end shall be, for they are a very four generation children whom is no faith. And all the unbelieving shall what? Shall die in the unbelief. Right, that word for is of a person difficult to deal with, contrary. A lot of dudes are contrary, man. And Lord talked about this. Contrary to all men. Contrary. Yeah, this is going right here. This is... First Thessalonians 2:15. And you have to understand as well that a lot of guys that have the name of the Lord and they have this truth, all right, you have to really try spirit by spirit, because a lot of dudes, the only reason in this truth is because they have a part in this truth. It's not in a good sense. They killed Yahushua and they killed the prophets. It says 1 Thessalonians 2:15, who both killed the Lord Yahushua and their own prophets and have persecuted us. And they please not God. So who they pleasing if they pleasing not God? They're pleasing the flesh. They're pleasing their outward man, the carnal. And are contrary, you see, contrary to all men. It says, forbidding us to speak to the Gentiles. These Gentiles here is going to the Israelites that are scattered abroad, that were discontinued from the heritage, that they might be saved, to fill up their sins away, for the wrath is come upon them to the uttermost. You know, and the Lord said how the elect shall raise up their voice like a trumpet, they shall see eye to eye. And especially when it comes down to what the mark of the beast is, man. Jeremiah 28 and verse 15. Then said the prophet Jeremiah unto Hananiah the prophet, hear now, Hananiah, the Lord hath not sent thee, but thou makest this people to trust in a lie. Therefore thus said Yahweh, behold, I'll cast thee from off the face of the earth. This year thou shalt die. We in them times, man, because thou hast taught rebellion against the Lord. So Hananiah the prophet died the same year in the 7th month. So get ready to see some certain things, man, because this is a year of hastening the day of the Lord, and also the Lord's gonna make a lot of examples, man. Pretty soon it's not gonna be no more talking. Let's get that word for Hananiah. And he was a prophet, you see. So he was saying, Hananiah, he was saying certain truths. He was speaking things that was gonna happen beforehand. But see, Jeremiah, the Lord knew Jeremiah before the womb. There's certain men the Lord has very close to him, and they basically speak judgment upon other men that ain't right. Just like in that story of the two prophets, and I believe the Book of Kings, when the prophet, he basically said, "Hey man, don't eat nothing," and then he eventually ate something. And then he let him know, he's like, "Hey man, you're gonna be eaten by a lion." And a lion and a donkey stood by his corpse. Because he disobeyed the word of the Lord, and he obeyed the word of man. Even if it was the word of a prophet, the Lord said, "Let every man be a liar, and the Most High be true, that thou mayest be justified when thou art judged," man. You see? That's why I'm a liar. This elder's a liar. That brother's a liar. Everyone's a liar, man. Let the Most High be true. You got to cleave to the word, man. See? The heart is deceitful. Who can know, and desperately wicked, you see? So this thing, someone that's pride can't really receive this truth, man. They ain't gonna really understand what's going on. This is a spiritual war. Alright, it says Hananiah, false prophet, you see? Contemporary with Jeremiah. See? There it is right there, man. John 13:16, it says, "Verily, verily, I say unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord." So you're not supposed to make yourself greater, man, or like some great one, or like neither he that is sent greater than he that sent him. If ye know these things, happy are ye if ye do them. And I'll close off this precept because, yeah, man, you should know by now what time it is, man. Brothers getting our channel strike down left and right, The Lord's really closing the book to this chapter, man. And the books is about to be open, like Scripture in Malachi 3. And a book of remembrance was written for them that fear the Lord, and they constantly talk to one another, man. Alright, Jeremiah 11:3 says, "And say thou unto them," I might have to stay a little bit up. Yeah, so I'll just start verse 1. It says, "The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Hear ye the words of this covenant, and speak unto the men of Judah, and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and say thou unto them, Thus saith Yahweh, power of Israel, Cursed be the man that obeyeth not the words of this covenant." And I mean, it's rather simple. You go into the word Mark in Revelation 13, it's going to be the Greek word charagma. Alright, we do this so much, it's almost like repeating first grade. What's 1 + 1 is 2. It don't change. So, I mean, charagma, it's a what? It's an incision in the flesh. So, yes, the vaccine has something to do with it, but ultimately it's going to be the RFID chip. They're already bringing it out in certain European countries, in Wisconsin, certain states across the world. All you have to do is just go up to the whatever machine or whatever and just beep yourself through, man. You get in, you buy something. Come on, man. But see, all these things are stumbling blocks to the wicked, man, but they're plain to the holy. Let's keep reading here. It says, "Which I commanded your fathers," and then it's heavy because there's this reprobate. All right, he's saying, "Oh well, I'm still not gonna get it though." I mean, you're bringing confusion, man. But why is that? Because these guys, a lot of guys that claim to be serving for the Lord, they're really unstable, man, and they're making other Israelites unstable and having this spirit of like unknowingness, and I don't know, maybe it's this, but it's not, but I'm not gonna take it though, and it's a bad look, man. You gotta repent. "Which I command your fathers in the day that I brought them forth out of the land of Egypt from the iron furnace, saying, Obey my voice and do them according to all which I command you, so shall ye be my people, and I will be your power." You see that? But a lot of people don't obey the voice of the Lord, which is found in his holy apostles and prophets, which are here today. Whereas you're going to be despised and rejected of men, just as Yahweh was. Like read earlier in John 13, the servant's not greater than the master. But Lord willing, you edify. I just want to bring that out real quick. Whenever confusion or whenever a seducing spirit or doctrine of the devil comes up, we always have to straighten it out, man. Do the dirty work and clean up the mess. Yes, Lord willing, you edified. Lord willing, be back in a little bit. See how the day takes me. Got here on some business right now, but I'll stay tuned, brothers. Hey, Yahweh Bashim Shai Bashim Kakwadash. Fuck a thumb to all you Kayam, hopeful out there. All the praises, glory, honor, and fear to Yahweh Bashim Shai, and shalom to the house of David. And Baba Ball, destruction to all this confusion, man, all this evil out here. And shalom.